Thank you so much for attending my PowerPoint presentation on Ringmaster, Dota 2's weirdest new hero. Ringmaster is a ranged intelligence support hero whose defining feature is his massive list of spells. He has more spells than any other support whose name doesn't rhyme with Rubik, and that includes Invoker. This is thanks to his facet, which gives him one of 3 random items whenever an enemy hero dies within a certain range, or when he himself dies, basically using Urn of Shadow rules. Outside of his massive spell list, his most iconic feature is probably Impalement Arts, one of the most annoying harassment spells in the game, and also one of the coolest montage abilities in Dota 2. He also has access to a really good stun/fear and a really good teamfight ultimate. Really, he's just a massive pile of spells that somehow makes a pretty coherent and fun to play hero. One of Ringmaster's strongest traits is the fact that he checks pretty much every box a support can check. He has access, due to his facet, to a bunch of unique abilities like cool debuffs for the enemy, cool buffs for your carry, mobility tools, an illusion generator, all sorts of stuff. If you can think of something you would want a support to do, odds are Ringmaster can do it. It's easy to think that with access to so many spells, he would be really annoying to play against. That one is correct. You would also think that he has a super bloated kit that's annoying to even remember. Somehow that's not. Pretty much everything that Ringmaster does is very visually and audibly telegraphed, and that makes it pretty easy to keep track of all of his spells. Somehow, he's not bloated even though his ability list reads like the menu at the Cheesecake Factory. As for how to play Ringmaster, he's actually kind of difficult. One of his abilities, Escape Act, can be used to cancel your teammates' teleport scrolls, just to give you an idea of how badly you can grief. But as long as you manage to not do that, he's fairly straightforward. Impalement Arts is probably his most impactful skill in the early game. It's a damage over time that also slows like crazy, and you can stack up to 4 charges. The range on them is insane, and it doesn't move that fast, which makes it a little bit difficult as a skill shot, but the reward makes it worth just pretty much chucking out whenever you can. Bonus points if you can get the position 5 to get down Mr. President the carry and tank the knives on purpose. Outside of the lane, you're going to spend the majority of the game just bombing around with your active heroes. Most of the time that's going to be the 3, which means that you and him are going to both start and end the game together. Very romantic. Or you're going to be hanging out with the mid laner. Later on in the game, you can use Escape Act to help out your carry when they inevitably get smoke ganked, and he'll probably thank you for it. While he is a super interesting hero from a mechanical perspective, his flavor is super weird, and I think it's a symptom of Valve's shifting design decisions. Read on if you want. Alright, now after you get hit by the 4th knife in a row, you're probably wondering how the hell to beat this guy. Unfortunately, Ringmaster's kit is such that there isn't 1 or 2 things that you can do to particularly deal with him. Pretty much every problem he presents has to be solved in a unique way. The one sort of safe bet is to go with anything that dispels. Escape Act is extremely strong, but it is dispellable, and, a lot of people don't know this, it doesn't work like OD Astral Imprisonment, it works like Shadow Realm. You can actually still hit them with stuns, like Centaur Stomp or Axe Call or anything like that. They'll still get affected by those sorts of things. You just can't target them. They do technically still exist. So, if you have AoE damage, you can still mess with whoever's inside of Escape Act. There aren't a whole lot of AoE dispels in the game. I've listed both of them here, but just try to get them if you can. As for dealing with the knives, defensive dispels are also extremely powerful, but it's really more of a positioning game. When you're in the lane, try to hide behind your creep wave. If you're the carry, hope that your position 5 is selfless enough to tank them for you. And lastly, just don't pick an illusion hero. Ringmaster has one of the single best anti-illusion abilities in the game with his shard, Spotlight. It basically melts all illusions as soon as it hits them. If you're playing a Naga Siren, Phantom Lancer, any hero like that, you're not going to have any fun. Kind of a short one today, but the lesson here is that Ringmaster is fun and has interesting abilities, and you should absolutely play him. Most of all, you should annoy the enemy heroes by hitting them with max range throwing knives, getting a montage of them together, and putting them over Snake Eyes by Feint. Peace on planet Earth.